What's up, everybody? Tommy Har with the Real Side of Real Estate, and today we're doing one of the most important pieces of a fix and flip. So we're going through this house, we're doing the tiny bitty things that make these houses sell. We just worked on this house for a month and a half, put $50,000 into the rehab. On this paper right here is what gets the house to sell. So we're gonna pick this house apart, you're gonna learn exactly how to punch a house out, and the real side of real estate. Let's get it. Let's start inside. Looks like the landscaping's not quite done yet.
Yes, getting done today.
All right, let's rock. Let's start inside. Water on, obviously power's on, HVAC on?
Water is on to the house, but there's a leak, so it's off.
Okay. Where's the leak at?
That's a great question. It's behind this toilet in here. Hector knows about it. I told him 2 days ago, but obviously he was at the Morel duplex, so.
So let's start with kind of general rooms. So we've got it broken down into doors, windows, gutters, siding, decks, garage, exterior miscellaneous, general rooms. So we're going kind of one by one and making sure that everything is the way it should. Yeah. So we'll go room by room and we'll do, so blue taping, so general wall imperfections, trim imperfections, flooring gaps. Obviously we can't see the flooring because it's really kind of covered, but we'll make sure all these are done. So I would say hold this and kind of go one by one, and let's make it happen. So we did a full drywall punch on this, right?
Right.
So the wall should be pretty much perfect.
Yep.
Okay. So that if the scope is not full, if we didn't do it all, then we got it.
That's our fault. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the only thing in this that's like really not great is that ceiling. We haven't had that like sanded down or like where they previously patched it.
So we're gonna have to pull some paper off the window, We'll go kind of like component by component. These are newer vinyl windows, but let's start by just doing the general room, so walking room by room, and then we'll come back through and do windows. Do you have an outlet tester with you?
I do not.
Okay, I don't either. That's okay.
I have one at my house.
So let's go with wall imperfections, trim imperfections. So the trim was existing, right? Or did we do new trim?
We did new trim in like 50%.
Some of the areas, okay. Yeah. So this was existing. So the quarter round was added.
Yep.
So making sure that that's caulked in right, making sure that the cuts down at these 90s are perfect, caulked in. You don't see any nail holes or finish holes. That's all really, really important. So we'll go through and start blue taping. So you got a little bit of drywall imperfections there. So this is the time to really just be as nitpicky as possible, because once these little things are what sell the house. So little corner bead stuff, make sure there's no paint on the floors, because you know how they like to tape off the floors and paint. So sometimes there'll be little tape marks on the lines like down in here. Really, we gotta kind of scrape that out. So realistically, we should be bringing an outlet tester in here and testing all the outlets, making sure that they're wired properly.
Yep.
In these older houses, you got to figure out, okay, did we replace all the wiring? Some's going to be ungrounded, but if it is grounded, using the outlet tester to see if it has reverse polarity, all that good stuff. It's not going to be perfect because we we kind of just painted a lot of the stuff, but it needs to be close. I mean, like this vinyl needs cleaned up. Hopefully the cleaners. So when we get the cleaners involved, I think, when are they scheduled? Any day, right?
Monday.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's over the weekend, basically.
Yeah, so just make sure that they clean this vinyl stuff up really well, get the dirt off the caulk. It's not gonna be 100% perfect, right? It's an existing house. We didn't do everything brand new.
Definitely fix it.
Now, this was in the scope, right?
It was, yeah.
Okay.
We talked about it.
So they need to patch it better. Did this new, I don't know, there was something, and that was on our scope. So if it's not on the scope, then you can't pop it in, like that's too much of a repair. It's not a small drywall patch, but if it's in our scope and we're technically paying for it, because your punch out is your last thing before your contractors gets fully paid out. So this is your time. You held back money, so you held back maybe 15-20% of your project. Once the punch out gets complete, because they have 20% left over the project that they've not been paid for, they come back and do the tedious stuff. So these drywall repairs, mudding up the walls, painting, because they don't make any money on that. Sending their guys out again to do this, there's no money in it, but if you've held back the money, you now have leverage and you set the right expectations. But if you've already paid out a contract and you're at this point, you're shit out of luck. You're gonna have to pay them again to come back out, beg them. We've been through these things. That's how you manage your contractors properly. But these walls look good. I mean, they did a pretty damn good job here. So we won't even like do kitchen stuff yet as far as like the backsplash. Let's more focus on room by room walls, and then we'll go into that sheet. What else does the sheet say here towards the bottom? So we got wall imperfections. Outlets are all white. Light bulbs in every spot. We'll check doors as we go through. Hinges and knobs all match our black designs. We got black finishes. Heat registers all match. Closet have racks. Closets are actually painted properly. Smoke detectors. Floors have transitions. Are there any flooring scratches and handrails? So that's what we want to look for in all of these things. Because there was shiplap here and we took it off, so this should be mudded pretty much perfectly. Little nail pops there. Let's say it definitely needs to get fixed. We bought this for $130 or $135. What's the budget on this, Andrew?
44.
44? Was it 44 or was it 53? I think it was 53.
Is it?
Or 55.
I think 44 is what we're at. 53 is what we're
Yeah. So 53 grand budget. We're gonna be right on the head on that. And we're gonna list it for $239.9. So this should be a 25, 30 grand flip. And this is our baseline builder grade, first time home buyer price point building package. So we got our LVP floors, our granite countertops, our shaker style cabinets, soft close, our backsplash, extremely clean, extremely functional, beautiful finishes for somebody that needs a nice house. This was a what? 3-bed, 4-bed, 2-bath. These were gutted when we bought it, and this was a garage that they converted at some point. So now it's a 5-bed, 2-bath, big house. Not really a huge house, but the garage that they did added a lot of extra space. So a little bit of dip into this bathroom, but nothing crazy. This bathroom came out good. I like the layout.
Does this stuff need to be like caulked completely?
I would. So I would have them down here too, like this quarter round they have in the pan. You can see like they caulked it, their hands were all dirty, it's not really clean, they need to clean that off and make it smooth and clean, and you can see all the finish holes in that. So the leak is here.
Right behind the toilet. You see where it's, I mean, like, I'm talking not like a leak, I mean it's
like pouring out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's like,
So we'll skip water, but if we did have water on, you want, when you start your punch out, turn water on every faucet. That's gonna tell you if you have good pressure, and 2, it's gonna let you know, if you're here for 15, 30, 45 minutes, it's gonna let you know if there's any latent leaks. So like leaks don't always come right away, they come after like 15 minutes. So you gotta really test it. Make sure you turn on all your lights, make sure the light fixtures work, make sure your switches aren't turned around, make sure your outlets aren't flipped upside down too, like it's little things like that. This was, I'm assuming, a garage at one point. It didn't have a closet, we framed it in this closet, so now it's a first floor. It could be, this is an area that, I mean, maybe it's a generational house, we got 5 bedrooms, you could have like somebody's mother-in-law in this room, there's a bathroom right there. Not terrible. I mean, this actually looks really good. Closet doors are in, they got the tracks, so the tracks are set. Make sure you always have your closet rods. We buy these at Lowe's. It looks really good. I mean, they mudded in the walls too. Because a lot of times your contractors will try and hide things and cut corners inside places you can't see, like closets. They might not cord around your trim or even trim at all. Sometimes they won't even floor into the closets. And ask me how I know, I've lived it. I've had my contractors try to do that before. Not the guys that work for me now, because I know how to set expectation. But you see here, they got this paint drip, dripping there and dripping here. So this needs to be sanded down and redone. So they tried to spray it, and it didn't work out too good.
Yikes.
There's no make sure there's no paint on your hinges. Like these look beautiful. Open up your doors. Make sure it's not dragging. Make sure there's not a bunch of paint. So like, I don't understand why they don't put the handles on after they paint. They like to cut around it. Like, I'm not gonna be too much of a stickler on that, but realistically that should not have paint on a little bit on there. I would say we should probably silicone.
yeah, black.
Yeah, or clear from where this floor ends, so it seals it up. Make sure when the cleaners come, they clean off this, this mud. And realistically, they should have screws in every single hole here. There's no need to cut the corners on that. Do all the doors, latch.
So right here, do you want me to go pick up like?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. Make sure they latch, they shut. Make sure you don't have to put your shoulder into them. Make sure they don't drag. Make sure that all the bedroom doors have locking knobs too. But I would say that the finish quality so far on this is a A-. It's really good. Hector's good. Yesterday we got a call from, the duplex I posted videos about, we finally got the water on, $9,000 for a new water line. They ran water for an hour. Robbie, who's behind the camera, was there shooting videos at the house next door because we own it as well, and he said there was water spewing out of the basement, out of the outside walls. So everything's brand new from the top down, flooding the entire house. Not really what you want to see on a house you just finished. And one side was moving in today. So I told the contractor who also did this house, I said, hey, this is on you. You need to go over there and you need to fix it. I'm not paying you anything on any other jobs until you go fix it. And they jumped on it and they're responding. So it's all about controlling what you can. Sometimes that happens, but you have to be able to respond. Freak out for a second, it sucks. I got angry as hell, but you can't let that ruin your day. Okay, same thing here, closet doors. You wanna look and see, since they sprayed them, if there's any kind of drips. Did they do 1 coat? Did they do 2 coat? This looks like they probably did 2 coats. A lot of times they'll do 1, especially on like the back sides of them. Yeah, I would say
That's
that needs,
pretty rough.
yeah, it's pretty rough. Okay, so these are existing closet rods here. That looks okay. Okay, handrail, make sure it's secured. Looks good. Existing wood is just really hard. I mean, this place was built in the 60s. It's really hard to kind of get imperfections out without sanding it down, wood puttying everything, all that good stuff. So don't worry about that. But door hinges, I would say get some for here too. So get what, maybe 20 of them. There's doors probably at the warehouse that have those on them too. You can probably steal from them now. Okay, light switch is on. Carpet's nice. This is the new guy, right?
Yep. Yeah, he did a decent
Freddie,
job.
if you're watching this, Freddie, carpet, please come back. We miss you. I don't know where you went. I hope you're still alive. Yeah, make sure the handrails are secured. But Freddie, if you're still alive, if you're out there, Legacy Homes, we miss you. We love you. Hopefully you didn't get deported. Hopefully you didn't die. Hopefully you're just taking a small hiatus from the carpet world. This is a nice big bedroom.
It is.
This trim is so small. But hey, this is a good space. Very affordable house too.
Yeah, you got 2
Okay.
massive closets.
Door shuts, latches, locks. Good.
This right here, I don't know if you want to caulk it or
I would say,
just leave it or what.
yeah, silicone it, seal it up, and then have them scrape it down and clean it. There's really not much you can do with that, with those granite tops. I mean, you could replace it, but it's not worth it on a house like this.
Big seam in the closet.
Yeah, this is old paneling. So we decided to not rip out the paneling here and just paint it. Big closet, I say we just keep it. It's okay. But we do need a rod in here. Here to here and there to there. Make sure you got the door stops in every door. Make sure that none of the door handles hit. It's the little things that sell the houses, guys, if you're watching this. If this seems too tedious, it's really not. Because this is what buyers are going to be doing when they come into the house. They're going to be shutting doors because it looks like a flip. So if it's a flipped house, right in their mind right away, they're already thinking that, okay, flippers get a bad rep. Make sure this isn't a lipstick on a pig. So they're coming through shutting doors. They're running water. Their agent is making sure that they're not buying a lemon. And as a flipper, you need to make sure that you have a lot of pride in your work. So that's what we do. With every single house, we make sure that usually my mom's involved in this. I don't really come to them anymore, and she comes and she tears it apart. So have somebody that is not involved in the actual renovation to come unbiased third party to tell you what needs fixed. Now she's a little bit biased because she's going to make money. She doesn't want her listings to look like shit, but that's good. You need that. You need somebody that's not going to kind of like, as a project manager, like if Andrew's been working on this house for 3 months, which is what, only been like 1.5. They want to get it done. They want to get paid. They want to get on the market. It's natural. Same thing if you're the flipper. You want to get done, but this end part of it is what everybody sees. This is the first time these people are seeing these houses. It has to be perfect. So what's up with the heat return here? Do we have?
It's gotta go to Lowe's. We ordered one, but it was the wrong.
Got it.
Didn't work.
Okay. We need closet rods in pretty much every closet. So we got closets have trim, good. Do we have smoke? Yep, smoke detectors, good. We don't really have transition, so we have a transition from carpet to here. How does this flooring look going from here to there? So we have a transition, good. Is it loose? Because a lot of times these guys will be loose. Okay, that's good. So we got transitions. Walls look good. Doors shut and latch. Yeah, you got a little bit of a niche there, or knock. So once again, like this, like right here, Robbie can kind of show it. It may seem insignificant, but at the end of the day, this is what you're paying contractors to do. The drywall punch, if you have my deal analyzer, which will be in the show notes too, that's what this is for. I mean, this needs to be good. Somebody probably knocked it when they're grabbing some stuff, but it's not my problem. I'm paying for perfection. This looks damn good. Is this your first time here, Rob?
Mm-hmm.
And these bedrooms are big too. Really kind of one coat of paint right here on this trim. So if I wanted to be a real stickler,
Doesn't need to be black.
these need to be black. Okay.
Already on it.
So we got a ground fault in every bathroom. We'll go through the bathrooms here soon. So test, reset, means it's grounded, ground faulted. I don't have my tester. That's good. Little closet here. It's got shelves, tile goes all the way in, trim. This is good. This looks really good.
I've checked this house like 3 times.
This trim needs repainted fully.
Yeah, I think the one downstairs might be the exact same.
Yeah. All right, so grab that sheet and let's go through bathroom over here. Okay, what do the bathrooms say?
Toilet secured. It could be a little bit more.
Secure it down a little bit more.
Yeah.
So, mark incomplete on that. So stuff that they can't really see, when you can't kind of put an X on the toilet, they don't know what that means. Okay, what else?
GFCI present.
Okay, we already did that. Test and reset. Good.
Exhaust functions. It's on.
Yes, sir. So how would you test your exhaust fan if you couldn't hear it like that? How do you know it's working? You ever tested it?
I don't think so.
You usually use toilet paper. It's a little bit lighter, but it should grab and hold. It might not be pulling fully because they should grab and hold up there. It sounds like it's on. I would say it's running. Usually these newer ones, they got like, it goes in and then up. Usually it's the ones that like have the mesh like right here and you can just put it up like that. I think it is pulling.
Let's do it.
It's also got a film on here. Cool. What else does it say?
We got water pressure tested. We can't do that right now. Shower system tested for leaks, secured. Diverter works. Can't do that. Sink stopper functions. Can't do that. No links under sink. One of them, he doesn't even have the plumbing ready, but this one is. The one downstairs needs to be done. Drains flow properly. Tub tile caulked where they meet.
So, tub caulked, frost grout, perfect.
Toilet paper holder, towel holder is present and match color. Got one here. Got
This tub stopper does not want to pop back out.
water line covers present, where toilet water line comes out of the floor.
Yep. So that's here. So for those of you watching, these are called, I believe, escutcheons. So your water line needs a little bit of a cover because there's just a hole in the wall there, and that hides the drywall there.
And then locking doorknob.
Okay. Locking doorknob. Good. So this bathroom was mostly gutted, right?
Yep.
Yep.
We did
full remodel.
We
here.
did everything here.
Onward. So we did the rooms. We checked that stuff. Let's go room by room and check windows. So how would you test a window?
See if it stays open, see if it locks,
Okay.
See if the seal's bad, which at least that should already be like in the budget if at the beginning.
Okay, stays open, good.
Closes
It
all the
shuts. Do the tilt tabs work?
Yes, sir.
Cool. The tilt tabs are if you want to clean your windows from the inside. So these are double hung windows. you want to make sure when this opens that the top doesn't fall, because this goes down. That's what double hung means. So I don't know anybody that really puts those down, but you want to make sure that this doesn't fly down and this doesn't fly down. If so, you got to get that fixed. And if you want, you can put these tabs up so you can't like have anybody break in. Make sure those work. Make sure your hardware is installed. Check every single window. And then you're also looking for fogged. So what that means is the panes in between, there's argon gas, and when that gas releases, it creates moisture in the middle and also like a pixelization type of look. So you want to make sure that all of that is looking good. Once again, everything needs to be in good shape. Okay, we got smoke detectors. I would test them. We already looked at
how do you do that?
Closet. You just hold it down
for 3 seconds,
3 to 5 seconds. We should get up in. Have you been in this attic before?
I have not.
We should probably get in the attic.
That's fine.
Do they have a ladder downstairs? I think.
Yeah, they do. You know I don't need a ladder. Come on now. Yeah, I probably do. If this wasn't renovated, then I wouldn't. But I don't want to buy a new piece of wood if it breaks. So something we didn't say about this bathroom. This window probably needs frosted, right?
Yeah, technically. It's an upstairs bathroom, so people may not be able to see in, but I would definitely, we should have frosted it. We can still get frosting and pop it on. These are extremely tight.
I know.
Yeah, this needs repaired. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Can you fit through that hole?
Fuck yeah, I can fit through the hole. So you guys can't see this attic, obviously, but you want to look for insulation. You want to look for any mold on the roof deck. You want to make sure your bathroom's exhaust to the exterior. Insulation depth looked good. You want at least R30 cellulose, which I think that was up there. Bathroom exhaust to exterior complete. Make sure there's no wire splices. So where your wires come in for your lights up here, people just like to splice them and not put them in boxes. I didn't see any of that. And the attic actually has access. You'd be surprised how many of these houses, especially in these full rehabs, we've had full gut renovations we've done, and we forgot to cut in attic access, and we forgot to insulate the attic at the end. So that the inspector comes in, they're like, there's zero insulation, then you look like an idiot. So that was in our younger days. We don't do that anymore, but hey, that's really tight. You should probably just leave it cockeyed. And if you guys want this punch out list, it will be in the show notes as well. Okay, so we still have the downstairs bathroom to run through. We still have to go through the kitchen and then the basement. So what we also do is we do a pre-listing inspection. So my inspection company comes here, they're gonna tear this place apart, do a lot of the things we're doing, but look even deeper, and then we're gonna fix those things as well. So when we go to sell it, especially in a tight market like now in 2025, I shot this in May, your first buyer is always gonna be your best buyer, and once it sits on the market, you're gonna lose money. So you have to get these things priced well, they have to look great, they have to function well as well. There's definitely a little crack up there, huh?
Yep.
Can't put tape on that.
Andrew, you can get that, right?
Yeah, let me just
It will fly.
take a 10-foot leap.
So back in the living room here, what are we gonna do? Check the windows.
Check. Oh yeah.
If I was doing that, my wife watched this video, his sister, she'd be like, "That's why your socks are always ruined." Trying to blame me. She's the one that does it.
He is to never wear white socks.
Okay, back door. Let's see how it runs. Beautiful. Locks and latches. Perfect. That is rare. Okay. It's a newer door, but sliding doors suck. Okay. Same thing on the other side.
Yeah. What is this door like? Probably 1,200.
It's an expensive door, especially with the blinds in them. These were existing in the house. They started flipping this house. So this was for those of you that are going direct to seller, this was, I think, a probate lead. Somebody passed away, they inherited the house, they started renovating it. So the subfloor they were trying to repair, the kitchen was gutted, the bathrooms were gutted, and I think they probably realized that this shit is not for the faint of heart, and they decided to sell. Okay, windows. All right, so here, kitchen-wise. Our cabinets, the cabinet poles all present in uniform. Meaning they're all at the same height, and they all look the same. I would pull on every single one, make sure they're not loose. Shut the cabinet doors and make sure they shut well. They're soft closed, so you can kind of be a little aggressive with them. Great. Okay, you got power up to your microwave. That's always a good one. Make sure the shelves are also up in the cabinets as well. Seems silly, but I promise you, I've had flips that I had to go back in. This is in my younger days. I had to go back in and find all the tabs, find all this, and spend a couple hours putting these things together. Let's get that out. Because for some reason these people like to put shit down the drain, so when the inspector comes, they're gonna be like, that's gonna be something in the report. So let's make sure that that gets, make a note here. What's that called? Disposal?
Yep.
Disposal debris. Let's have a plan for that when we leave here. Okay. Is the fridge on and functional? Is that the freezer on?
Yep.
Okay. Perfect.
Feels great.
Okay.
This is not...
Any dings in our appliances from when they installed them?
Looks good,
Okay.
I think.
So you have paper on the floors until appliances come, until you put, the cleaner should be picking up your paper and throwing it out, because they're gonna put appliances in, they'll slide it and they'll scratch your floors. It's a big thing. What do you put an X on that for?
It does not have any power whatsoever.
Okay. I'm assuming they're gonna plug it in when they get the water. Oh, it's probably, is the GFCI popped? The breaker could be off too, so let's check that out when we go downstairs. Under sink outlets are secured in boxes and secured. So those outlets down under there, they're actual outlets, correct?
Yeah, GFCI.
And they're GFCI protected, great. Okay, dishwasher, does it have a high loop? Do you know what that is? So a dishwasher loop should go like this. So the drain line should come, and right when it comes out, it should go like this. Up and then down, so sediment doesn't backflow back in. So that, we need to get it secured up and pinned up there. That right there is very lazy. They need to secure that back up. Technically, so the appliance people should have done that.
All right.
No sir, no lipstick pig out here. Trying to do right by the shitty flippers out there. Are all the cabinets clean? We haven't been cleaned yet, so are the cleaners taking care of that?
Yep.
Okay. Or is the backsplash caulked in uniform? So is there caulk at the base where the granite meets it?
Yeah.
And does it match our grout?
Yep.
Great. Is there toe kick on all the cabinets? Looks like it.
Yeah.
Not in the dishwasher, you don't need it there.
Okay. Because that's got to slide out.
Yep. That's it. Without water, that's pretty much all we got to look at. And then if cabinets were painted, make sure there's no drips, the interior and exterior painted, and then doors are aligned. But we didn't do that. So let's head to the basement. You do this, let's go to the thermostat real quick, kick the furnace on. Gas onto the house?
Yep. Furnace works. Or at least it works when I tried it. That was like 2 days ago.
Let's go see.
It's just not, I mean, it's an old furnace, so it doesn't have blue flame.
Okay.
Or a lot of blue flame.
They still got to paint the basement, eh?
Just the stairs, if we want to do that, or we can just...
Are they painting the floor?
We do not have that in the scope. We just had it to paint the wall that wasn't painted.
Okay.
I'm not sure if...
All right, there's a few things I see right away that we can add, that we should add. We should definitely paint the floor.
Okay.
We should definitely caulk and fill where we put the beams. So I mean, you see, this should all be mortared in. Carlos's uncle needs to do that. That's unacceptable. They should be doing that. And they should be filling in the backside of these beams with mortar as well. So they need to come back and do that. And then we need to paint it. Because somebody comes in, that's scaring the shit out of them. I would say all of the step cracking needs that mortar. You should not see any of these cracks. This is gonna scare people. Technically, this, I'm sure in the inspection that they're gonna call this out, because this is moving at this top course. But we'll see. I don't think it's really bad, but this needs to get mortared and painted.
Started.
Yeah. I mean, they should have done another beam on that side too. So if they come back, we should probably do that. Another beam over there.
Yeah.
I don't know why they did these two so close to each other. It looks stupid. They should have spaced them out here, 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 there, and there. I mean, that's just ridiculous. Okay, furnace is operable.
It's bluer than it was for sure.
Yeah, it looks good.
A lot better.
They said this, it's an older furnace, but they said it like basically it never ran. So it's just new sitting down here. Okay. Have them clean just at least like a little bit of the box, the exterior, so it's not dusty. Sump operates and discharges to the exterior. So how are we going to test that? You know how?
Like push the float down, I guess.
We'll see. Okay. Try pulling it up. Works.
Yeah, that was.
Those floats,
I
the
see.
floats go up.
Yeah. So it's not when it contacts water, it's when
It's when the water
when
pushes
goes
it up.
Yeah, got
Yep.
you. Yeah, that was. I could have thought a little bit more about that one.
You don't learn it until you learn it.
Yep.
I feel like, yeah, this paint down here is kind of lazy. I mean, this is halfway painted, and I don't even know what these are. There was a high efficient furnace here at some point. These needs taken out, these pipes. So these pipes going out for a high efficient furnace need taken out. Those holes need sealed on the outside, and this needs painted better. And this ductwork all needs painted. This needs painted. I mean, if we're gonna do it, we gotta do it right. It's really splotchy. Yeah.
I can't remember if we painted this.
I think it might have been painted already.
I think it was painted black already.
I think you're right.
I can look
So
at
let's say let's add that. Spot paint. Doesn't have to be a full spray, but spot paint. Okay, identify any moisture. Obviously there's some moisture here, so we need to get somebody out for the main.
Tighten all the way.
Probably just needs tightened. Because it's not at the fitting,
Yeah.
it's at the nozzle, which is good. Is there any open wire splices or J boxes anywhere down here? So you got a light fixture in a box, light fixture in a box. This is in a box, which is good. Okay, you got some little termite damage there. I never realized that. A little bit of termite damage. They scissored it up though, which is good. Walls, floors, and ceilings painted properly. We already identified that that's not right. No leaks at plumbing fittings and shutoffs. We already said that. Laundry hookups present with a dryer vent. Sounds so silly, but do we have a vent?
We do not. That's in the scope. So
Yeah, we don't have it.
yeah, we
So-
can put it. We can put it right there, right when we pull
So
these
your
out.
dryer's here. So core drill it out
Right there.
right there.
All right. And then, do you want? I ordered a new one of these. Do you want me to
I think that's okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I think once we caulk or seal up these walls where the cracks are at, like there, that just looks like shit, and we paint the floors, this will look really good. But this is most people just list their flip with all this stuff going on, and then they wonder why it falls out of contract from inspection, because it looks like shit. There's some functionality issues, and if you don't know these things, it looks to the regular eye that it might be done, but it's just not. So this all needs painted. It needs cleaned up. These studs here need painted. Floors need painted. Everything needs to be.
The light,
It's probably smoke from the furnace, honestly.
Yeah.
So I'll kick that off here. It's just, when you haven't ran a furnace a lot, it will burn some stuff off. It's not that it's dangerous, but it's just the way it is. I would say of the whole house, the basement is what needs the most work here.
And the plumbing.
So before we list, obviously we need to landscape. When's that on the books?
Today.
Today?
It was yesterday they started, and I guess it started pouring rain on them or something.
So landscape needs done. All this debris needs to get picked up out of this brick. Hopefully
Yeah.
they ask them if they can like weed eat this stuff out, clean it up. So starting on the outside, I like to kind of start down low and kind of look at it from a whole. Our downspouts and gutters secured to the house. So the top is, okay, so that looks good. Let's go over to the left here. Are they secured to the house? So they got their pins, which is good. And it's kicking out a few feet. To me, that's okay, but some people it's not. So I would maybe kick it out even farther, get those extensions to go out. But I mean, you got your neighbor's house right here. I don't want to, and you got to be able to mow. So this is fine to me. Are we painting this trim?
I was.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Are we
Okay.
painting? My question is, I've asked this, so we're still painting this, but just what color? I brought blue.
The color that is the siding right now.
All right.
Okay, we can't see if they're free from debris. We can't really tell if there's no leaks, but these are newer 6-inch gutters, which is good. Oh, that looks like shit up there, huh?
Yep. There's soffit inside. I brought that for them to fix.
All right, so that's on the books already to get fixed.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's on the scope. And there's material here for it.
No leaks, kicked out 6 foot. Okay, so let's go siding. I don't like that gap.
We can do the same thing we did with the front door.
What?
Get some PVC. Those
Yeah.
1x2s.
I'd say so.
Line it.
Probably on both sides. Okay, we got our light fixture, we got our mailbox. Door's nice. Fucking paint off that. Nice door. They had that already installed.
In the house number 2?
I think we did that.
Yeah, we did that. And then the shutters inside, that's getting installed too.
Okay, we got our block windows that we installed. Those look good. So we got to paint that. Up there looks good. The vent cover's on. Paint looks good. This looks good. I mean, we re-secured the siding down here, correct? Looks like we maybe spot painted in some of these
that
corners.
was previous.
Okay. This looks good. They cut down all this stuff.
All right, Tom, I'm going to point out something that is not going to be friendly to us in an inspection.
What?
Is this second story bulge.
I mean, that can be, and it's not like a framing bulge. It's got to just be pinned back. I assume it pops back in.
No, it's
an actual bulge?
Yep.
How the fuck is that possible? Because there's definitely a little bulge down there too.
Because he took that corner off, and it's like probably not that much.
Seriously?
The framing sticks out. But I mean,
Fucking shocking. Well, the paint looks better. I would say, I mean, there's not much you can do about that bulge. No, that's the, there used to be a high efficient furnace.
yeah.
So let's use those same holes probably and just pop in a vent.
And this needs to be probably,
At least pressure wash, right?
when we do the inside, this probably needs to be grouted too.
Yep.
Or not grout, but mortared.
I don't know if this will come off or not. It might. Needs pressure washed.
Yeah.
All of this.
Wanna fix
And
the
that.
plumbing?
Clean it all up. All the debris needs to go. So like broom swept, cleaned. All that glass in that small patio area has to go too. Are these landscapers doing the edges of the? I know we took the fence out, right?
Yep.
So they cleaning up the fence line at all?
They're not. I just had them doing the front and then these weeds around the house. Looks like they got most of them. Just not the fence.
I would try and maybe have them clip all those things out too, all the way around.
All right.
This one's fine. That's gonna be too hard. But these like weeds throughout.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you look at the comps in the neighborhood and you look at some of the things, like things are selling as is at ARV. So you got to kind of just figure out what's good for that market. You don't have to go crazy above and beyond. You want to put out a good product. You saw it on the inside. The outside is a little bit more shaky. It's nice. It's got a newer roof, new gutters, new windows. But sometimes the aluminum siding on the house is going to have dents in it. It's going to have unless it's really messed up, then replace it. But this is serviceable. So there's no decks. There's no garage. Make sure we get the debris in the yard. Light fixtures are present and operable. So we saw that on the front. Exterior outlets, do we see any? Do we even have any?
We might have one somewhere, if I remember. But
So if you have them, do they operate and are they ground fault protected? AC is on right now, so it's operable, and the water spigot's operate.
does this need to be?
That needs to be caulked in for sure.
The water spigot's out.
Yeah, we need to get that one installed too, which we know about.
That gutter's not sticked out over there.
Yep.
Yeah, that one needs an extension.
Cool. And that is it. Any final thoughts? It looks nice.
My only question is what even causes that? It's only one side. It's not I mean, it's obviously not coming out.
I don't know. I could see maybe when they were redoing, there was maybe water damage here, and this maybe header or band board or something sunk, and it caused that to pop out.
Yeah.
I mean, because you can see it's bulged out there, and they mortared it on both sides. So there's definitely some sort of moisture issue here, and it when they replaced the door, because all
Which
the
obviously is
all
probably
the
where the patch was from.
yeah, and all the rot in there. This was all rotten, the subfloor. So there was some sort of a moisture issue.
And then this fence is getting installed. This gate right here.
Okay.
That should be
And
tomorrow.
let's make sure they get all the debris.
Okay. Just text the landscapers.
Yeah. So I mean, they should be coming through getting all this, so they should need to be getting the rocks and all that shit too. We'll make a plan to meet out in Lancaster.
Thank you for
brother.
stopping by. See ya.